Good day and hi. My name is Lin Junyi with the metric number of TC17030, and he is my partner.
My name is Muhammad Amir Shahmi bin Muhammad Radwan, TC17016, and today we would like to do a presentation for our senior design project 1.
So, today we would like to present the title of Industrial Effluents Treated by Phytoremediations. I will be the presenter 1 and my partner will be the presenter 2. In this proposal, we would like to talk about the content of introductions, problem statement, objective, literature cited, material requirement, methodology, expected result, cost estimation, and also conclusions. From the introduction, we have to know the keyword first. Industrial effluent. Industrial effluent means any waste in the form of liquid or wastewater generated from manufacturing process, including the treatment of water for water supply or any activities occurring at any industrial premise. Industrial wastewater is a byproduct of industrial or commercial activities, whether it is the food we eat, the beverage we drink, the clothes we wear, or the paper and chemical product we use. This industrial effluent is one of the major sources of water pollution in Malaysia. Therefore, we need some advanced technology or treatment process to treat the effluent discharged from industrial activities. In this project, I would like to suggest use phytoremediation process to treat the wastewater. However, what is phytoremediation? Phytoremediation is a technology that using living plants for the removal of contaminants and pollutants from soil and water to improve the functionalities and recover contaminated soil and water. There are many mechanisms by which leaf plants can facilitate or utilize remediation such as phytoextraction, phytostabilizations, phytoligerations, phytostimulation, and also phytovolatizations. From this picture, what can you see the problem that facing in Malaysia right now? From my observation, this river water is very dirty and high pollutant by humans' activities. This is because the river water which feed to the Kuantan River has receiving the industrial effluent without proper treatment, which cause the level of toxic compound is high. Besides that, the effluents from industrial is high load with bad contaminants which cause the bad odor at certain time. This is because musty or earth smell usually originating from dissolved solid in the water. Chemical smell can be due to chemical toxic shippings to the river, and this may cause the river has very bad smell, which also give a big impact to human life. The way of human shite to this Tiram River is bad. This is because the apparent color of the river is chalky and milky. It is happened from the assistance of suspended method which cause the water become highly turbid and color. Last but not least, the chemical toxic from the effluent affects the aquatic life and vegetation. This lead to the ecosystem imbalance such as that of the crops and give high impact towards the man health. If human accidentally drinks the water or eat the aquatic food from the river, this may cause them to get high fever or any disease. If without proper treatment, the medical advice, this may cause to human death. To overcome this problem, we need to set and achieve the objective of this phytoremediation process. The first objective is to determine the phytoremediation potential of using 3 different aquatic plants in tap water, 10% wastewater, and 50% wastewater, and to observe the growth of the aquatic plant by analyze the width of the leaf and the height of the plant, and to observe the health of aquatic plant in tap water, 10% and 50% wastewater. Lastly, we have to observe that there will be any color change from the industrial effluent after being treated by this aquatic plant. In literature cited, I have been reviewed some topic from internet. One of the topic that I researched is about electrocoagulation, which is also a process that used to treat wastewater. This is a clean technology that use an electrolytic cell as a basis for its operation and electrolysis as a resultant reaction to destabilize organic and inorganic particles of contaminant in wastewater. However, phytoremediation is only a technology that use plant to clean up contaminated soil and groundwater. For the apparatus and material needed for electrocoagulation is only electrocoagulation vessel, electrode, coagulants, DC power supply, magnetic stirrer, and wastewater. But for phytoremediation is only needs for living plants, nutrients, sunlight, and also wastewater. For time taken of electrocoagulation is shorter compared to phytoremediations when treated to the effluents. This only usually use few hours taken to complete the experiment, but phytoremediation need take for few days. However, phytoremediation has lower operating costs due to no chemical substance use and only budget for aquatic plant. But for electrocoagulation has higher operating costs and high utility costs. The advantages of electrocoagulation is it can use to treat high pollutant of wastewater, possible to produce effluents with lower TDS, easy to operate, but it is sensitive to wastewater variability as temperature, pH, toxic organic and inorganic substance, nano-oxide layer during the effluent treatment which block the passage of current between the electrodes, and this may cause corrosion problem. The efficiency of iron electrode can be oxidized easily if they are not used continuously in time. Furthermore, the advantages of phytoremediation are easy to build, simple to operate, and require little or no maintenance. Heavy metal absorbed by the plant in wetland are not returned back to the water. Does not require any highly specific personal and exclusive equipment. However, the limitation of phytoremediation is longer of time required for remediations, climates or hydrologic conditions are concerned, only suitable to treat lower to medium concentration of contaminants. The material required for this project is water hygiene, lotus, and also Kariba weed. We also need to prepare bucket, tap water, and also need to collect 5 liters of wastewater from the river. Materials such as step ruler, digital weight machines, and beakers are used to measurement. Measuring cylinder, micropipette, and also hand glove.
To the methodology. 50 liters of the water sample will be collected from the Tiram River. Then, the water sample will be divided into 3 different concentrations of wastewater. Firstly, tap water containing 0% of wastewater. Then, 10% of wastewater with 90% of tap water. And lastly, 50% was wastewater and 50% tap water. This is the map of Kampung Sungai Tiram. The aquatic plant that will be used in our research is water hyacinth, Kariba weed, and lotus. The plant then will be rinsed with tap water to remove any epiphytes and insect larvae on the plant. Then, the plant will be placed in the tub containing tap water without any addition of nutrient under natural sunlight for 1 week to let the plant to adapt to the new environment so that the plant can be able to survive during the experiment. Then, the plant with the same size was selected for the following experiments. The initial weight of test plant were taken after keeping them on a filter paper to remove any excess water on the plant. The initial height of plant size of each of the plant will be recorded first. About 300 grams of each aquatic plants were taken. The plants then will be transferred and spread uniformly into the tap water, 10% of wastewater, and lastly 50% of wastewater. The experiment will take place near the window so that the plants can receive equal and enough sunlight. The plant growth, size of the leaf, healthiness of the plants, and purity of the water will be measured and observed during 7 days period. The final weight, height of plants, and size of leaves of each of the aquatic plants also will be measured and recorded in the table. The result obtained will be compared and discussed later. Now we move to the expected result. Firstly, for the potential of aquatic plant. Water hyacinth will be the most potential aquatic plant to remove pollutant in industrial effluent than Kariba weed and lotus. This is because water hyacinth is hyper-accumulator plant which able to survive in high contaminant wastewater and able to remove high level of pollutants such as heavy metal. For the observation of plant growth, there are 3 important things that plant need to grow, which is sunlight, nutrients, and water. From our research, the plant can grow better in 10% concentration of wastewater compared to tap water and 50% of wastewater. This is because tap water containing no nutrient and high chlorine which can hindrance the growth of the plant. For 50% concentration of wastewater, it contains higher level of contaminant which very harmful to the plant for growth compared to the 10% concentration of wastewater. For the healthiness of the aquatic plant, the factors such as lighting, soil, temperature, and atmospheric condition may affect the health of aquatic plants. From our research, it shows that water hyacinth will grow healthier and well from the site due to this plant has higher survivability in high pollutant water compared to lotus and Kariba weed. Aquatic plant can grow healthier in 10% wastewater compared to 50% of wastewater and in tap water. Now, we move to the observation of color change after treated. The bucket that contains 10% concentration of wastewater will become crystal clear at the end of the experiment. While for 50% concentration of the wastewater, the water will become less murky and low turbid, meaning low concentrate at the end of the experiment. Now we move to the cost estimation for our research. This is our material, quantity, price, and total price needed for our research. The total price for our research is 166 ringgit and 80 cents. And lastly, we will move to the conclusion. For phytoremediation process to be complete, the plants need to be in the right condition with the right factor, the humidity, level of luminance, amount of nutrient in water, and other. The plant growth highly dependent with the amount of nutrient presence in water. Our study mainly focused to compare if there will be any difference between the concentration of wastewater and the growth of the aquatic plant. The aquatic plant that will be used is water hyacinth, lotus, and caribou. Each of the plant will undergo in 3 different concentrations of wastewater. Tap water containing 0% of wastewater, 10% of wastewater, and 50% of wastewater. No external nutrient will be added during the experiment, and the period of time for the plant need to undergo phytoremediation is 7 days. The plants also will receive the same amount of luminance, humidity, and oxygen supply during the experiment. The final height, weight, and the size of the leaf will be measured in the end of the experiment. As for the conclusion, the result obtained from these experiments will be compared with each plant between different concentration of wastewater, and also the growth, weight of plants, and the size of leaf will be compared with the initial values obtained. That's all from us. Thank you for lending us your time to watch our video presentation. Have a nice day and Assalamualaikum.